guys.
Hey guys, Mark and Billy Robinson here from the Wealth Game.
Hey guys. We're just having a bit of fun.
Being a dag tonight. So welcome back tonight for the 7 Secrets in 7 Days, and we're speaking about wholesale assets. What are they and where do we find them?
Yeah. Look, my definition, guys, of wholesale assets is completely, or wholesale investing, wholesale assets is completely different to the government's, right? And there's two trains of thought. So you might have heard the term wholesale investor. What that basically means is there's either wholesale investing and there's also what they call a sophisticated investor. And I'm not talking about being a sophisticated investor, right? Because you can actually get into wholesale investing, or my definition of wholesale investing, okay, without being a sophisticated investor. So let's just clear that up. A sophisticated investor, look, they generally need income of around 250,000 or more. They need net assets of 2.5 million, or they can put $500,000 cash into one investment, right? So that's the ASIC, or the government's definition of a sophisticated investor. Okay, we're not talking about that. Well, my definition of wholesale investments or wholesale investing is buying quality assets at a discounted price. Okay, quality assets at discounted prices, and that's the real difference. Because you know, when you think about it, how do wealthy get rich? You know, how do they make their money? They're building either quality assets that are delivering so much value that people will pay billions or millions of dollars for, right? Or they're doing developments where people, again, quality, everything's all about that. So it's not about all the, you know, cheap stuff that, you know,
they're not buying retail.
They're not buying retail, right? And we spoke about the retirement myth yesterday, and in our one-day wealth game events, what we actually talk about is what we call the wealth ladder. And effectively, and we talk about retail investing, and we get sucked into thinking that we need to buy retail all the time, whether it's a retail industry, retail superannuation fund, retail properties. You know, you go down to the local dude who's selling a house and you buy it. You know, that's not how wealthy people do it. We look for quality assets and we buy at discounted prices, yeah? And, you know, I'm looking at all the stuff talking about bubbles and stuff at the moment, and it's just insane, because I look at it and go, would I buy in Sydney right now? No way. There's not, I don't see the value in Sydney in buying right now. I see the value in renting, even though we pay
The value of living here.
the value of living here is great, yeah? I mean, I'll give you an example, right? The house we live in, like, it's a cool place. We're in an awesome suburb. You know, we have an amazing lifestyle. Like, we went to the gym. I went for a swim. Came home. We actually went for a run. Yes, believe it or not, I went for a run as well, and I did well, didn't I, Bob?
You did well.
And then I went for another swim.
Run.
Yeah, my first run in a long time. But we actually pay, like, the rent versus the asset value. Like, we pay less than 2% to live here to the landlord, right? Like, I look and go, who's the idiot? I know that some people look at us and go, man, you're paying that much rent, and we go, we're only giving them 2% of the asset value to live here. Like, it's insane, right? So that's what I mean by wholesale assets and even wholesale living. You know, we're living here like, you know, I believe kings and queens, and to us it's not, you know, we think it's wholesale. Is that cool?
Yep.
That makes sense. So where do we find these wholesale investments? Look, without a doubt, there's 2 ways you can do it, right? You can spend a bucket load of time researching them, because how many hours do I spend on the bloody computer looking for investments, yeah? Loads, especially lately, haven't we? So, you know, look, you got to go research, or,
DDD.
you know, you join communities like the Wealth Game that they just come in all the time. Like, I'm going through, I think I've got about, I don't know, 50 odd tabs. I've got them closed for a change. I've got them hidden behind a spreadsheet. We've got about 50 tabs open, and all of them are, every single one of them is one opportunity that we're looking for, and it's all about, these is about what we call wholesale cash flow.
Yeah.
And, you know, you need to know, you can either, like I said, you know, our community, once I've done a bucket load of due diligence, and then we hand it off to Brian, he does some more, and then we test out some stuff where possible, and then all of a sudden our community gets access to them. So it's almost like not quite who you know, right? But damn close. Like we get opportunities, even in property, for example, we get opportunities that we get given to our community, and very rarely will they go back out, into the wider public. And that's just how it works. Sounds like you want to say something.
No, I was just laughing at that. You saying really?
Really?
That's rarely English.
They really do. Really?
That's it.
God. Grammar Nazis. Look, I'm not here to teach English. I'm here to teach numbers. That's how I look at it. So, if you're going to judge me on my bloody...
I'll judge you
on
like
my
bloody...
English, go for it. But you're going to miss out on a bucket load of bloody numbers in your portfolio, yeah?
Aww.
Yeah, they always...
Okay.
No.
Right. Suck it up, princess. Keep
Yeah,
going.
grandma Nazis, I tell you. Look, that's about it, guys. So where do you find them? Easy. You can go the easy way, right? And give us a call and we can put you in the right direction. Or you can spend hours and hours and hours, and I mean hours, right? Coming in and trying to look for it yourself. It's up to you.
It's up to you.
Totally. We don't mind. We're going to talk a bit more on next Wednesday. Now, we have called this 7 Secrets in 7 Days, but tomorrow's Sunday, so we are having a night off tomorrow night. And then on the Monday, we're going to do it at about 7:30 on Monday. And we're going to talk about, we spoke about the stats last time. I tell you what, the one we are actually going to bring this forward, and it's called Why Buying for Your Current Situation is
Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. Yes, we'll keep it family.
Let's keep it up.
All right. So and this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that we see investors make consistently, right? Because what they do is they instead of buying for their future self and what they need in the future, they're actually buying for their current situation, what that looks like. And we're going to talk more about that on Monday. I'll confirm the time, but it will be probably about 7:30.
Yes.
7:30? 7.
Let's go with 7.
Let's go with 7. All right.
See you guys.
Greg and Gary, I might be a little bit late on that call, but I will be there.
Yeah.
15:15 at the latest. 7 o'clock, guys. Monday, not Sunday. And we won't tell you the real reason why we're having tomorrow off. No, we won't. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
My kitchen
Bye.
rules.